Hey, it's Nancy Zaire, LinkedIn Whisperer, certified sales trainer and author. And I am delighted to be having this session where I'm going to reveal information about LinkedIn profiles. When you first look for prospects, I'm sure you do a search online and want to know a little bit more about them before you particularly uh, am there. One sec. I am getting things organized. Ooh, there we go. And so I know you do that search. But when you find stuff, whether it's on LinkedIn, Facebook, the website, whatever you're able to find about your prospect, what does that tell you? You see, if you don't know how to read things like the clothing they're wearing, their makeup, uh, facial hair if it's a man, jewelry, accessories. If you don't know how to read these things and you're just looking at what you're seeing, you're missing so much information, especially about what I call the buying style. It's a personality style. Now, I'm sure you've learned about or heard about the fact that there are different personalities. In fact, it suggests that there are 4 strong personality styles. Now, we tend to be a combination of all 4, but let me share with you a little bit about the statistics, why it is important to identify one style. Hey, thanks for joining me. It looks like Kimberly would like to come into the stream. So, Kimberly, welcome. Glad you're here. I am talking about the 4 styles, and I am going to be able to read your LinkedIn profile in a moment. Are you interested in having that done?
Sure.
Fantastic. Okay, well, we're going to be doing that shortly. I just want to share with people that we are a blend of all 4 styles. 30% of people are dominant in just one style. 60% are dominant with 2 styles, meaning that they shift back and forth. Perhaps their personal life is more one style and their business is another. And then only 7% 3 styles and 3% all 4 styles. So knowing at least one of the person's style is really going to help. And now I am going to hopefully share my screen, figure this out. And if I can't share my screen, which right now, oh, I see present. I think that might be, and it's share screen. There you go. Okay, I'm going to share my LinkedIn feed here. And would you be kind enough to spell your full name, because I'm not able to see it right now?
Are you speaking to me?
Yes, I am.
Oh, I'm sorry. Kimberly, Kimberly, Rice, Rice.
Oh,
R I.
RCE.
Mm-hmm.
And are you the business strategist here?
Yes, I am.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, so I don't know Kimberly, obviously. And so this is a great way for her and I to see whether or not I'm able to read. This is a skill that I teach how to read people's profiles. So the first thing I do, Kimberly, is I go to the person's photo. And this is an informal shot that was taken outdoors. I see that you're wearing, it's very obvious that you have makeup on, your lips are parted. My sense is that you're smiling for the camera. And that is, there are 2 kinds of smiles: a smile that just kind of bubbles up from the outside, comes through the eyes. And then there's a smile that, you know what, time to take a picture, I need to smile. That smile's coming from the inside. I see the makeup you're wearing. I
So,
see the
can I just ask you? So, when you say the smile is coming from the inside, what is your interpretation of that?
that means that you would have that what I call the number 4 style. The number 4 style is all about relating to people, being very heart centered. That would be one of the major values, is relationships and authenticity. The smile that I'm seeing right now is really a smile that's saying, you know what, I need to check you out a little bit before I admit you to my inner circle. So I don't know if that's true about you, but that's what you're conveying.
Okay.
Um, You're also wearing a very remarkable top. It could be part of a dress or a jacket. I'm not sure exactly, but it's got color to it, etc. So you're not afraid of being there visually. I'm going to now X out, and I'm going to see what you call yourself in your banner. The banner is change makers, creating bold careers and lives. And certainly that picture was very bold. She's a business growth expert. The word expert right away tells me it's very much in keeping with the smile that I saw. She's a keynote speaker, executive coach, author, and podcast host. All of these are very strong indicators of how smart and intelligent she is. And the first thing she says underneath her is that she's a business strategist. Again, strategist is telling me that this person is a strong thinker, that for her, the values are learning and developing ideas, analyzing, dissecting, being a little bit creative and inventive by seeing the big picture and then reassembling things. She says she's mental fitness. Again, you're getting the impression that this person is smart. I don't need to go further, but what I also do, Kimberly, is I go to people's about sections. And the about section, again, often tells something about. And the first thing she says, I'm a strategist to the core. And again, that is very much that what I'm going to say is the number 8 style. And now I'm going to stop sharing. And I hope that puts me back in the studio. I think it does. Yeah, here I am. Using StreamYard's a little new for me, so forgive me. But and I see there are a couple other people I'm going to admit into the room. But before I do that, Kimberly, how accurate was that?
I appreciate that, Nancy. It's interesting. I've spent a lot of time on my profile over the years, and I think you're very spot on about a lot of things. While I have been in business for almost 37 years or so, in one way or another, working in the highest levels of business, I am a very heart-centered relationship pursuer, I would say. I was an employee for 23 years. I've been an entrepreneur for almost 15 years. And I really am passionate and thrive in working with and connecting with heart-centered, really professional women. Mm-hmm.
Great. Okay. Well, I am now going to admit Marcy into the stream. And Marcy,
Hi.
welcome. I'm glad you're here. I am guessing that you too would like to have your profile read. Am I correct?
No, ironically enough, I create videos and social media is not my strong suit. And so I've recently been engaged with a group that is requiring me to go on LinkedIn and post and change up some of the things that I had on there. And I'm actually enjoying it much more than I thought I would. So that's been good. But I was here to sort of see what you said about other people's, because I know mine is not where it needs to be right now.
Okay. So let me share with you. This is, as you know, this is not an audit of your LinkedIn profile. This is really a reading of your style personality wise.
I don't know that you'll get it because I'm not, but you're free to try.
It's all right. We'll skip. I'm going to bring in Dr. D here. Hey, Dr. D, glad you joined us. Are you interested in having your LinkedIn profile read?
I would love it.
Okay, so again, now that I'm more familiar with all the things I'm supposed to do, I go to present, I go to share screen, and I go to my LinkedIn. Okay, now Dr. D is someone I have just been getting to know, and she is amazing. Well, I'm wondering, do I need to put the doctor in, or do I just go with
Dorothy Martin Neville, PhD? There
you go. All right, I gotcha. All right, so Again, we're reading profiles, and we're reading profiles not to tell you what you should do differently on your profile, but how can you use this skill to, when you are prospecting, when you're looking at people and trying to figure out, is this somebody that would be a good match for me? A good match in terms of a client, a good match in terms of a referral partner, maybe hiring them, etc. And so the first thing, again, I do is I always look at the picture. And I ask whether the person's smiling, and she's pleasant. She's got her lips, parted, but she's looking somewhere other than the camera. So I don't know if this was a picture that was taken while you were doing other things, but this is a person not looking directly at the audience. She's wearing conservative jewelry. She has her hair done, makeup, and so forth. We're noticing, of course, I think it's a jacket or part of a dress or something, because it's got certain kind of colors and a floral design. It's bold. And the fact that it's bold and the fact that she's looking away is giving me an impression about who she is. We see a different picture over here, and she's again looking directly at the camera and again, engaging us. So Dr. Dorothy, she says she's a master trainer. Again, master is the fact that she's got good intellectual capacity. International speaker, best-selling author, visionary leadership. Again, we have some brainiacs on the show today, because those are so true about Dorothy, Dr. D. And again, I'm going to go down to her about section and notice, even without looking further, visionary leaders performing their most powerful state, feeling creative. So I'm going to stop the share again, because Dorothy, confirm, if you will, that again, you're a smart cookie. You're a person, clearly you have a PhD, you have studied hard. She cares about people, but this is another person who is a leader intellectually. And that is what I call the number 8 buying style. I use the numbers in order to reference how long it takes someone to make up their mind. So Kimberly and Dr. D, both of you, I'm going to ask you a question, because you're both very strong in the number 8 style. How much research do you have to do before you can decide whether or not to hire a service? Because the number 8 buyer has to do considerable research. Are you a big researcher?
Yes.
You're nodding. Kimberly's nodding.
I would say my natural tendency would be spontaneous. Experience has taught me to research.
Interesting.
All right.
Okay.
So I research now, because so often everybody is the best at everything until you work with them. And then I consistently ended up coaching my coaches. So I'm very cautious about that. So I've now learned I don't want to end up paying you while I coach you.
Yeah,
So
interesting.
I do a lot more research.
Okay. So here's one of the things that's true about number 8 style. The number 8 style does need to gather information, but once they have figured it out, they're fast, they're quick, they want it done ASAP. So again, Dr. D's nodding. Kimberly, is that somewhat true of you? So this is a quick little demonstration about the power of reading LinkedIn profiles. If you are interested, I'm also having another live demonstration this Monday, 1 o'clock Eastern time. There is a link that I'll put in later in the comments for you to sign up, or you can find it as a LinkedIn event. It's called Convert Prospects into Clients Using LinkedIn. And again, you can volunteer to have your profile read. So I thank you so much for your attendance. Marcy, any comments?
Now I really want you to go to my LinkedIn profile and do it.
All right. So one more share. I'm happy to do that. I'm share my screen, go to LinkedIn. And Marcy, because I won't be able to see your name when I'm on LinkedIn, you're going to have to help me spell it.
Oh, IEGIA. There I am. Three down. Nope, G is in George.
Oh, G.
Yes, there I am.
So you're here.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Beautiful profile. Okay, so now Marcy is very different from our other, the other women that we've been looking at, because immediately the clothing is so different. Soft and warm, and notice she's not wearing makeup. Notice that yes, she there's jewelry, but more conservative. So this is giving me a very different feeling. It's either been photoshopped or she had a professional photo taken. That smile. If you look at that smile in comparison to the other women, she's looking at you, folks. She wants to, if she could, not just shake your hand, she would like to hug you. This is the kind of woman who wants relationships. Now, she hasn't built out her banner yet. She's telling us about herself. I want to go to the about section. It's about Weibo. So the last thing I'm going to do. No, okay. So she is still building out her thing, but just based upon your picture, Marcy, here are my impressions. You're a warm person. You like people. You want to connect heart to heart, and you make decisions fairly quickly, but it needs to be a friendship. It's about developing a relationship. You don't mind paying a little bit more if you know it's going to help a friend. So how accurate am I?
You're spot on.
There you go. So again, the power of sales psychology applied to LinkedIn. Ladies, I want to thank you so much for it's bold, to be out here, to be on camera, and to join me for a live event. So I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for doing this. To your sales success, Nancy Zaire, certified sales trainer and LinkedIn Whisperer.
Thanks so much, Nancy.
Thank you.